You would think the more successful someone becomes, the easier it would be for them to relax. More resources, more autonomy, more freedom, but strangely, the opposite often happens. Some of the most successful leaders, entrepreneurs, and high achievers I work with tell me the same thing. Rita, I don't know how to switch off anymore. They sit down to relax and suddenly they feel restless. Their mind starts scanning for problems. Their body feels wired. And even when there's nothing urgent to do, they feel an internal pressure to stay productive. So they assume something must be wrong with them. But what if the issue isn't your personality? What if your nervous system has simply been trained for hyper productivity? Today, I want to show you something really fascinating. Many high performers are incredibly skilled at activating their nervous system, but they've never learned how to downshift, how to downregulate. And the beautiful part of this all is that relaxation isn't something you wait for. It's something you train. Today, I'll show you why high achievers struggle to relax in a simple breathing practice that helps retrain the nervous system to shift into calm. Let's begin with some surprising truth. Your nervous system is constantly learning from repetition. Every time you push through fatigue, every time you stay mentally engaged for hours, every time you respond instantly to messages or problems, your brain is reinforcing a pattern of high activation. Over time, your nervous system begins to treat that state as normal. And this is where something fascinating happens in the brain. High performers often become wired into dopamine driven productivity loops. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter involved in motivation and reward. When you solve problems, close deals, finish projects, or accomplish goals, dopamine spikes. Your brain starts associating activity with reward, which is fantastic for achievement, right? But here's the hidden cost. Your nervous system becomes conditioned to seek stimulation. So when things slow down, your brain feels uncomfortable, not because relaxation is bad, but because your nervous system has become trained for acceleration. So your autonomic nervous system has two main branches, and you've heard me speak about this a lot. The sympathetic system, which mobilizes energy, and the parasympathetic system, which restores and repairs the body. High performers tend to become extremely skilled at activating the sympathetic system. This helps them focus intensely, solve problems quickly, lead teams, respond under pressure. But if the nervous system spends too much time in that gear, something important happens. It begins to lose flexibility. Instead of smoothly shifting between activation and recovery, the nervous system gets stuck in that high alert mode, which is why so many high achievers experience things like difficulty relaxing, restlessness during downtime, racing thoughts at night. And I was there, feeling tired but wired. Yep, that was me too. And it's not a failure of discipline at all. It's simply a nervous system that hasn't been over or has been overtrained in one direction specifically. I often explain this with a simple metaphor. Imagine owning a high performance sports car, a Lamborghini, maybe a Ferrari, but the car only knows how to accelerate. It has no brakes, no neutral gear, just one constant speed. Eventually, the engine will overheat, right? The same thing happens with our nervous system. If we only train activation, it never trains for recovery. The system loses its ability to downshift, which means relaxation begins to feel unfamiliar, even uncomfortable at some point. But here's the good news. Your nervous system is incredibly trainable. And one of the fastest ways to retrain is through, you guessed, your breath. The breath is the bridge between the conscious mind and the nervous system, and one of the most powerful signals that you can make to your body of safety. And that is that longer exhale. When you exhale, specifically longer than your inhales, you actually begin to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. This signals the brain it's safe to slow down. This sometimes is called downregulation breathing. And it's one of the most effective ways to teach the nervous system how to relax again. So let's experience it together. If you're comfortable, sit upright with both feet gently on the floor. Relax your shoulders, let your jaw soften, and bring your awareness to your breath. We're going to try a simple breathing rhythm, inhaling through the nose for 4 seconds, and then exhaling for 8 seconds. I'll guide you through a few rounds, and then I'll leave you to do a couple of rounds on your own. If you're ready, let's do it together. In 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Please go ahead and do 2 more rounds on your own and just notice what begins to happen in your body. Are your shoulders softening? What's your heart rate doing? Usually it tends to typically slow down. And your nervous system receives that signal that it can begin that downshift, that recovery. Let's do one more together, wherever you're at. Let's begin together and end together. In 2, 3, 4. Exhale, longer and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Normalize your breath. Just go as you normally would. So what are you doing right now is training your nervous system to relax. You're not forcing it, you're training it. And just like building strength at the gym, the nervous system adapts with repetition. So here's a small challenge for you this week. Choose one moment each day when you can actually intentionally practice this downshifting, this down regulating, activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Maybe before bed, maybe after work, maybe before dinner. Just taking literally 2 minutes, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8. Let those longer exhales soften the body, signal to the body that you are safe, you are supported, you are okay. Because leadership today isn't just about productivity. It's about nervous system mastery. Let's regulate our nervous system, balance our nervous system. Because the most effective leaders I meet are not the ones who stay activated all the time. They're the ones who know when to accelerate and when to slow down, particularly to slow down so that they can actually recover. And once you feel recovered, it's just like going to the gym. You need that recovery time for those muscles to actually build. So when you train your nervous system to relax, you can think more clearly. You respond instead of react, and your presence becomes calmer for everyone around you. People will notice. They will take notice. And if you're a leader, your team will notice. And then they will want that same calm and focus and collectiveness. And they will ask you, how are you doing this? What are you doing differently? And then you can share this with them so that they know how to balance the nervous system between that activation and that deactivation. And if you tried that breathing practice with me, I'd love to hear from you. Did you feel your body soften even slightly during the longer exhales? Leave a comment below and let me know what you noticed. And if you know someone who is incredibly driven but struggles to switch off, share this video with them, please, because this can help them. It can help their families. It can help the people around them, their community, their teams. It can really help to elevate this stress that we're all under, to really lift that and become more aware of how important and really value recovery during our life. Until next time, I'll see you at the Breathwork Barista Breath Bar, where we refill your leadership lungs. Have yourself a beautiful day. Thank you.